everybody. I know a question I get a lot is how to even start a website. So I actually have a website I need to start, so I thought I'd take you along on the journey. Now, the website I'll be doing today is how to start a WordPress site using GoDaddy as both the domain provider and as the host. And to back up for just a moment, if you are brand spanking new to websites, let me explain the difference between domain and hosting. So domain is the name of your website. So the whatever it is, .com, .net, whatever, that is the domain, and you buy that separately from hosting. Hosting is where the files live. Now in this particular case, because I'm using GoDaddy, I'm buying the domain there and I'm doing hosting there as well. So in this case, I've already purchased the domain name, and I've also done a second step where I have bought the SSL. So let me explain an SSL certificate just a moment. What that is when you look at a website at the very top where you figure out where the URL is, you'll either see a little lock, like a little padlock, or it'll be unlocked. Well, a couple of years ago in 2017, Google went through what we called the SSL apocalypse. And if your website didn't have that little lock, if it didn't have an SSL certificate, then it really hurt you when it came to search. So it was really at that moment that most people really went to having an SSL for their site. Now, what an SSL does is it's a little digital file, and what it does is it encrypts information that goes to the server. So this was really critically important when you had credit cards, if you've got any transactions going on your website. But a lot of people, if they didn't have transactions going on, they didn't use an SSL. Now that's really changed, and SSL has kind of become the standard. So I've already bought the domain, I have already purchased the SSL, and I've installed it. So I'm going to take you through the next steps of what we need to do in order to get this WordPress site started for this URL. So we're logged into GoDaddy, and I've actually clicked on the My Product section. And now under web hosting, because this is what we're concerned with now, this is how we're going to start our website, is when I click on the drop down, I have the Ultimate Linux Hosting with CPanel. Now you may, when you just start off, if you're just going to have one website, you can just get a hosting package for just one website. I have this for multiple websites, and so I'm just going to click on Manage right here. Now at the top of this screen, what we're going to see is we will see this button, this big blue button here for CPanel Admin. So we're going to go ahead and click on that right here. So our CPanel admin, and now we're going to scroll down until we can see where we can upload WordPress. So right here is our WordPress icon. You can see I actually have WordPress sites for my other websites, but I'm going to click on this WordPress icon, and now at the top we have this option to install this application. So I'm going to click on that, install this application, and it's going to ask me which one of my domains I want to use. Now the website we're building today is billhendrenmemorial.com, and so the one we're going to look for, remember I mentioned that we'd already installed the SSL certificate, so we want to go with one of the HTTPS's. Now this is up to you whether you want to keep the www or not. I prefer these days to not even worry about the www anymore and just go straight to the HTTPS billhendrenmemorial.com. Now for this directory, I'm going to actually just delete that part right here. I'm going to scroll down through these different options, and I'm really just going to keep the basic settings. Now for the administrator username, this is one where we're going to put in this is our username and password for us to be able to log into our WordPress site later on. So I am going to change these right here. I'm going to change them to something that I want to use. And sorry, I'm going to black out this part of the screen. Great. So now that we've created our username and password, I'm going to change the website title to Bill Hendren Memorial. And this is where we've got a tagline, what is our site about? And we're going to call it about the Bill Hendren Memorial Races. And I am going to change this too. Okay, the rest of this we'll just keep it as our basic settings, and then I'm going to click on the install button. As you can see, we're copying the database files and the directories and all of this, and it actually moves pretty quickly. And now our installation is complete. So our next step then is we're going to go ahead and click on this. By the way, any of these WordPress sites, and these are WordPress.org sites, so we're hosting these files. Don't get confused with WordPress.com. That is free to use, but you don't use your own domain name. So you really want to own your own website right here. But universally, WordPress sites are really easy to, as far as to know how to log in. It is always the domain name /wp-admin. And that is how we're going to go ahead and get onto our new website, and it brings up our login screen. So we're going to go ahead and log in up here. I don't have the HTTPS. We're going to fix that. I'll fix that on my own. And then we're going to go ahead and start this wizard. We're going to start the wizard, and it's just going to take us through some questions in order to just get our site set up. So I'm going to breeze through these real quick. Next, it's going to ask if we want to add any of our social media profiles. This actually doesn't have any social media profiles yet, so we'll just go ahead and skip this one. And now we can choose a theme, and this is an important thing that you can do later, but we can go ahead and start off with a theme. You can preview these if you'd like. You can take a look at all the different options that are available, and we're just going to pick something. And in here, we can click on any of them. This is a little too girly for what we want, so we're just going to go back. We're going to close this one, preview. I'm just probably going to go with this one right here. But yeah, this one's kind of bold, so we can always change this later at any time. But we'll choose a stylish header. We're just going to breeze through this because we're going to change all of this later on. And I'm going to close that and select. So it really does guide you step by step through the process of just getting the website started, and that's really a hard part that we just want to get over from the very beginning. And now it's installing our theme right here. It says it could take up to 30 seconds, and do not refresh the page, so we'll just kind of hang out for a moment while it does this. Now, something that's really helpful is we've got these helpful little boxes along the way. So we can edit, it says update your site content, layout, color scheme, and more using the window to the left. And we're just going to kind of click through these and just, you can watch a video and all of this just to help you get started. And then when we're done with this, we're just going to leave this the way it is right now for this video. I'm just going to click on the X, and then that's going to get us back to our regular WordPress dashboard, which is a video for another day. This gets us started with our WordPress website using CPanel on GoDaddy. I hope this helps you with getting a website started. If you'd like to check out any of my other videos, just go ahead and click right next to here. We'll have a video for you there, and hit that subscribe button to be notified when I have new videos that post. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in another video.